महावदनाय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरातिसे नमः। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्ते। भक्तकांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। ॐ वृंदावै तुलसी देव्यै प्रियायै केशवस्य च कृष्ण भक्ति प्रदे देवी सत्तवत्यै नमो नमः। भक्ताभिहीना अपराधलक्ष्यै क्षिप्ताश्च कामाधिकारन्दमात्रे कृपामयि त्वं शरणं प्रपन्ना नमस्ते चरणारविन्दं नमस्ते चरणारविन्दं नमस्ते चरणारविन्दं भजामि राधां अरविन्दनेत्रां स्मरामि राधां मधुरस्मिताक्षं वदामि राधां करुणाभराद्रां ततो ममस्ते गतिर्न कापि। श्यामसुन्दरशिखण्डशेखर स्मेरहासमुरलीमनोहर राधिकाश्रमं कृपानिधे सप्रिया चरण किंकरीं कुरु। श्यामसुन्दरशिखण्डशेखर स्मेरहासमुरलीमनोहर राधिकाश्रमं कृपानिधे सप्रिया चरण किंकरीं कुरु। वंशे विभूषितकरान्नवनीरदाभात् पीताम्बरारुणबिम्बफलादरुष्ठात् पूर्णेन्दु सुन्दरमुखात् हरवीन्द्रनेत्रात् कृष्णात् परमतत्त्वं किमपि अहं न जानामि। न विजाचे राज्यं न च कनकमाणिक्यं न विवाहं न जाचं ब्रह्मं सकलजनकं परवधों मे सदा काले काले प्रमदपति न गीतचरितो जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी भवतु मे। जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी भवतु मे। हा देवी कापूवर गदगदयद्वाचा जाचे पत्युई दण्डवादभूताप्ति अस्य प्रसादमदस्य जनास्य कृत्वा गन्धर्विके निजगणे गणनान्विधि अंगश्यामलविच्छकामन्दिकचन्द्रीवरं जड्डं जाजुगुणरोचिषं पट्टम्बरस्य श्रियं वृन्दारण्यवासुमधुरसद्धामदिदामोदरम् राधास्वन्दनवनोजुलसमुद्भुतम् ध्येयं सुदामोदरम् तवैवास्मि तवैवास्मि न जीवामि त्वया विना इति विज्ञायते राधे कमनयामि चरणान्तिके शिरोमञ्जरीकरार्चितपादपद्मभूषणभुजार्पितमस्तकाय हामदतकनकगौरी सनवयामि सनकैस्तव किं करिष्ये श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानन्द श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि श्री गौरभक्तवृन्द हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे सबसे पहले मेरे गुरुपाद परम नेक्टरीला प्रविष्टम विष्णुपाद
First of all, my obeisances to my Guru Pada Padma, until Pravistam Vishnu Pada Shlavamana Goswami Maharaj, and also my obeisances to
शिक्षा गुरु एवं सन्यास गुरु नेक्टरीला प्रविष्ट
my obeisances to my sannyas and Shiksha Guru, until Pravistam Vishnu Pada Slutarashat, Shlavakti Vedanta, Shlanarayana Goswami Maharaj, to the lotus feet which remove all the fear. I offer my humble Dandavat pranams to them. Also after that, my obeisances to the Pravistam Vishnu Pada, Stutarashat Shila Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj, and also to present here
संस्कृत महाविद्यालय की प्रोफेसर
the professor of this National Sanskrit School,
समस्त
and all the
विद्यार्थी
students also of the Sanskrit School,
एवं उपस्थित समस्त वैष्णव
to all the Vaishnavas, Vaishnavis assembled here, to all the mothers, to all the devotees absorbed in the mode of Mahaprabhu, to all of those also eager to listen to Harikatha.
सभी को मेरा
To the feet of everyone, please accept my according obeisances to all of you.
समाज बहुत आनंद रस की बात है
Very a matter of great happiness that
विशेष करके
especially
बेटे हरिप्रिया की
my,
प्रेरणा से
by the inspiration of my daughter disciple Haripriya
मैं
Devi,
जामनगर में
I have come to Jamnagar
महाप्रभु की वाणी की प्रचार करने के लिए
to preach the mission of Mahaprabhu,
और विशेष करके
especially also
सत्यव्रत प्रभु
Satyavrata Prabhu and his good wife
वाइफ
Chaitanya Priya,
चैतन्य प्रिया
Chaitanya Priya Devi Dasi,
एवं और भी भक्त लोग
and all the other devotees also.
में बहुत उत्साह
Everyone has so much enthusiasm, they have helped, they are helping.
आनंदित
I am so happy
क्योंकि
because
वर्तमान जो समाज और संस्कृति
the present
हम
culture,
देख रहे हैं
we are seeing the culture of the world nowadays.
धीरे धीरे
Slowly,
हमारे
slowly,
भारतीय
all our ancient Vedic culture,
संस्कृति जो है
the ancient culture of India is disappearing, is hidden, like hiding. It's being covered. Why? One reason.
हम संस्कृत शब्द भी है और संस्कृत भाषा को हम थोड़ा नेग्लेक्ट
Because we're neglecting the Sanskrit language.
क्योंकि
That's why.
जितने भी हमारे वेद पुराण
Because all the Vedas, Puranas, Upanishads, all the sacred books, the scriptures, Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, even the original Ramayana, which is the Ramayana of Valmiki Rishi, they are all written in Sanskrit language. All of the scriptures, holy scriptures. So, if you don't give value to the Sanskrit language, actually, we are slowly and we are not Hindus anymore if we're neglecting not giving value to the Sanskrit language. We will leave the Hindu path. Why? Because Sanskrit is such unparalleled language. Sanskrit is the language of the gods, of the demigods. It's written in Devanagari. It's the language of the gods, of the demigods. Sanskrit is the language of the gods and demigods. देवा भाषा
अपने भाषण में भी माननीय सरकार के निकट भी मैं अनुनय विनय करता हूँ.
So I also request to the government even. Actually, Sanskrit language should be
अधिक रूप में ही
more
जोर दिया जाए.
More emphasis should be given to the Sanskrit language in India. But slowly, people say that Sanskrit is a dead language nowadays. Even in school and colleges, slowly, they are not teaching anymore Sanskrit in the schools and colleges in India. Maybe a little bit still is there, but it's there. It's optional. It's optional. Like nowadays, the Sanskrit is an additional subject in the schools. You can choose. You can choose if you want to learn it or not. Not mandatory. It's not mandatory. So I request actually to the department of the government, which has this kind of prerogative to change this, that actually Sanskrit is the source of all the languages. Sanskrit is the source of all the languages. Is an incomparable language also, Sanskrit. Because everything comes from the verbal root, from the root of all the words. If you don't know the verbal roots or the roots of all the words, not be able to derive other words. And slowly we'll only learn and the Western culture, only follow Western culture. And we will completely will forget the sweetness of our own mother language. This very upset. This very upset. I'm very upset because of this. Nowadays, people don't call their parents Mata Shri or Pita Shri, the Sanskrit words. We hesitate to call our parents Mata Shri or Pita Shri, like oh, mother and father, but in Sanskrit. But we are calling our parents the Western language, mom, like from English, and dad to your father. I'm become so upset because of this. This is very sad thing. Because from the word mom comes mommy, mummy, like the Egyptians, mummy. And dad is dead, like death, really. And you don't even say, you say daddy, dead. Like you don't even speak complete the word, just half of it. Like dad and mommy. But this is not actually the Indian culture. We have to follow the Vedic culture. If we follow the Vedic culture, then then the Hindu Dharma, Hindu religion can be everywhere, can spread everywhere, and can be strong. So I'm so happy that here they study the Sanskrit. Even young kids they are learning and getting this samskar of studying language, Sanskrit language.
क्योंकि जब तक ये संस्कार हम नहीं
Because if you
देंगे,
don't have these kind of impressions, the good impressions
हम धीरे-धीरे
of, for example, learning Sanskrit, slowly the Hinduism will disappear.
नास्तिक का तो बात आज
And everybody will become atheist, not
धीरे-धीरे
believing in
कलियुग
gods.
जितने भी कलियुग
Because the
की
Kali
प्रभाव
Yuga
पड़ेगा,
is the time where we live nowadays. It's called Kali
नास्तिक का तो
Yuga.
बात आ
So the
जाएगा।
more and
भगवान
more
सब भूल
this
जाएंगे।
age is going on, more people forget God and more
लेकिन
people will become
संस्कृत
atheists,
ठीक
not
ठीक से
believing
पढ़ाया जाए,
in God. That's why Sanskrit should be taught in the schools, in the colleges, yes.
और
Very
तब
nice, it should be
हम
taught. And in this way,
भारतवर्ष के वास्तव जो संस्कार
then this proper samskara, this proper impressions of the Vedic culture of India, which means the philosophy of Rama and Krishna, then we can progress. But if we don't study Sanskrit, one thing is Sanskrit means also culture, and Vikriti, like deformation, or completely opposite of the good values and morals. So if we don't study the Sanskrit, also we'll go not follow the proper morals of life. So Ayodhya is Sanskriti, which also means culture. Ayodhya means the proper culture, and Lanka is called Vikriti. Vikriti means like deformation or opposite, something bad. Because Bharatavarsha, India is such a pious land. Because in India, God and all his manifestations of God, they appeared in India. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, this book, this sacred scripture, India is so much glorified in this scripture. Because even demigods who are in Svargaloka, upper planets, even the demigods, they are praying to God to be born in India. They want to be born in India, the demigods. So, if you're born in India, you have to make your life successful and help others. Actually, to be born in India is such a good fortune. If you have Sukriti from many lives, and a good fortune from many lives, then you are able to be born in India. Because India is also called the Rishi Bhumi Tapabhumi, means land of the saints and land of the austerities. Place of the Vedas also, India, the spiritual scriptures. So Bharat or India is an unprecedented, unparalleled country. Amongst all the countries, India is the best. Where if analyzed, of course, according to money, then yes, India is not the best according to money, but according to culture and civilization, progress of the civilization according to subtle conceptions and philosophy, India is topmost of all the countries. Why? Because India is the Devabhumi, land of the gods, unprecedented land. No other country in the past or in the future, no civilization was like India. Another point I also tell. Vyasadeva, the writer of the Vedas, is an incarnation of God, and he wrote the Vedas. These Vedas are originally in Sanskrit. From the Sanskrit, actually they were translated in Bengali, in Hindi language, in Oriya. All the sacred texts, they were translated from the Sanskrit to other languages. So what is the original Ramayana? Original Ramayana is the Ramayana written by Valmiki Rishi in Sanskrit. Valmiki Ramayana was written in Sanskrit. And all the other Ramayanas that were written in different languages, the stories of Ramachandra, Ramayana, they were written on the basis of the Valmiki Ramayana in Sanskrit. India is such a diversified country, from north to south, east to west. In the whole India, there are so many different people speaking different kinds of languages. There's not only one language in India. There's so many languages and different kinds of people. From the north and to the south, from the east and to the west. Gujarat is in the west of India. So many kinds of different languages are there. Yeah, the official language of the... Okay, no. For example, the currency, in the rupees. If you take the note of India, the currency, rupee, there are maybe 14 or 18 different languages of the number. For example, 1 rupee. There are 18 languages written in different languages. In other countries, you don't see the currency with so many different languages, like the price of the money is written in different languages because there are so many languages in India. But all India is connected by only one thread, one rope. Just like a beautiful garland, a garland of flowers is connected by a rope that connects all the flowers. In the same way, in India, our pride in India is not the different languages. What is the rope? The rope that unites everyone is not the different languages, but actually is the culture of Rama and Krishna, means the Vedic culture of Rama and Krishna. The Katha about God, Rama and God Krishna. This is what unites all the Indians, and this is in the heart of all the Indians. Why? Because this is the Vedic culture of India. So, we should study the Sanskrit language. We should study Sanskrit language. Second point, I also want to tell. Vyasadeva wrote books, Veda Purana Upanishads, Srimad Bhagavatam, etc. They are written in Sanskrit, but in Sanskrit one word can have many meanings, not only one. Because from the origin, like root of the words and also derivations of words, many meanings you can create, or different meanings. But what is the real meaning that Vyasadeva meant in that verse? Microphone? To know that, you need to take shelter of a great exalted saint. I give one example. When Krishna Dev and Vyasadeva sat down to write the Bhagavatam, and then Vyasadeva told Ganesh, you write, I'll just give you dictation and you write what I'll tell. Ganesha, he became angry. What? Ganesha told, you'll use me as like a writer only. Then Vyasadeva told, no, but it's not ordinary things. Whatever you write, you should understand first and then you can write. So one time Shiva cut the head of Ganesha. That's why Ganesha has the elephant head. Ganesha has the elephant head because his father chopped his head off once. So Vyasadeva told, I will speak and you have to write down. Ganesha told, okay, but when you stop speaking, I'll also stop writing. I'll not continue. Ganesha told Vyasadeva. Vyasadeva told Ganesha, listen to me. I will continue speaking, but whatever I'll speak, you have to write only after you understood. If you write down something without understanding, one time more you'll miss your head. Means I'll cut off your head. Ganesha said, okay. So there are some verses in the Bhagavatam called Vyasakut. Vyasakut means very complicated verses. Means Vyasadeva was giving the dictation and Ganesha was writing. Ganesha was writing very quickly. But sometimes Vyasadeva would speak very hard words, very difficult words, that Ganesha was taking time to understand what was being said. Then, because Ganesha was like taking time, Vyasadeva would speak so many other verses and Ganesha could not keep the rhythm, keep track of it. That's why some verses are called Vyasakut. I'll give an example. There are many examples, but I'll give you one. This verse, Vedanta Tata Vedas, is a Vyasakut. Bhagavan is only one without a second.
Lord is one, God is one. But he has three aspects.
But he has three aspects.
Brahman ek hai. किंतु उनके तीन
Lord
रूप
is
में
only
प्रतीति
one,
है।
but He
एक ब्रह्मजनी
is manifest in three ways.
इफाल्जेंस के रूप में,
Brahma is the
ज्योतिर्मय
effulgence.
ब्रह्म। दूसरी कहा जाता है परमात्मा, और तीसरी
Okay, Brahma, Paramatma,
भगवान।
effulgence, and Bhagavan, the Supreme Lord.
ब्रह्मेति परमात्मनि भगवानिति शब्दते। एक ही भगवान तीन रूप में,
Only one Bhagavan, one God, but He manifests in three ways.
ब्रह्म,
In the form of the effulgence, Brahma,
परमात्मा,
in the form of Paramatma, the Super Soul, and in the form of the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
ये जो ब्रह्म जो है भगवान के ज्योतिर्मय का,
Brahma is the effulgence of the body of God. Shastra, the scriptures
मैं
explain.
ज्योतिर्मय स्वरूप।
Lord explains, I
ये
am the
ब्रह्म क्या है?
effulgence.
भगवान की अंग कांति के कारण।
Actually, the effulgence is the effulgence of the body of Lord, effulgence of His body.
तद ब्रह्म अनंत निष्कलम गोविंदम आदि पुरुषं तमहं भजामि, गोविंदम आदि पुरुषं तमहं भजामि। यस्य प्रभा प्रभवतो जगदण्ड कोटि अशेष पुष्पादि विभूति भिन्नम तद ब्रह्म अनंत निष्कलम। जिनकी अंग कांति के द्वारा एक नहीं,
By the
अनंत
effulgence of
करोड़
God's body,
ब्रह्मांड,
unlimited universes, they manifest from the effulgence of His body. They are illuminated by the effulgence of His body.
ऐसे जो भगवान की अंग कांति की कार्यता है,
The effulgence of the body of Lord is called Brahma.
और परमात्मा
And Paramatma, the Super Soul,
सबकी हृदय में
is
भगवान
God which is present in everyone's hearts.
परमात्मा के रूप में
in the form of super
विराजमान
soul.
है, सुपर सोल है। सुभाष भगवान कण अणु में, कण कण में
Bhagavan is present everywhere.
सर्वत्र ही भगवान विराजमान।
He is present everywhere.
और भगवान कैसे अणुर अनियान महतो मनियान, अणु से अणु, सूत्र से सूत्र बन
Bhagavan,
सकता है।
He can
और
be the
भक्त भी
smallest of the smallest and also the
जिनके
biggest
बराबर
of all the
हो सकता
biggest.
है, उससे अधिक
No
कोई
one
नहीं
can be in the same level of God. What to
सकता।
speak of being higher than Him.
नतस्मत्स्य विदस्य दिश्यते, पराश्रसते विभिन्नस्वते, स्वाभाविकी ज्ञान बल क्रिया च। उपनिषद में वर्णन है।
The Upanishads describe this.
एक ही भगवान
Only one Bhagavan
ब्रह्म के रूप में,
in the form of Brahma,
परमात्मा के रूप
in the
में
form
भी,
of Paramatma.
तीसरी भगवत स्वरूप में
Effulgence and Super Soul. And third form of Lord is also the form of Paramatma.
वो भगवान
Sorry,
कैसे
the form of Bhagavan, Supreme Personality of Godhead.
कितने? षडा
He has
विशिष्ट
6
गुण।
opulences. He's full of 6 opulences.
We have 6 qualifications. ऐश्वर्य समग्र सदृढ़ जस श्री ज्ञान वैराग्य चैव सन्न भव इति निधना। ऐश्वर्य दीर्घ जस श्री और ज्ञान और वैराग्य,
He's full of
ये भगवान
Aishwarya, opulence, renunciation, knowledge, beauty. There's no one equal to Him. What to speak of someone being higher than Him? There's no one even equal to Him.
इससे अधिक कहाँ हो सकता?
How can be somebody higher than Him?
इसलिए ये समस्त श्लोक के कहा जाता है व्यासकूट का।
All these shlokas are called Vyasa
जब
Kutta.
व्यासदेव ने ऐसे श्लोक रचना की,
When Vyasadeva wrote this kind of verses,
गणेश जी
that created these
चिंतन
verses,
करके विचार करके
then Ganesha had to think
लिखने लगे।
through before writing it down.
ये इसलिए संस्कृत भाषा
So
या हम
the
अति
Sanskrit,
अवश्य जो है अध्ययन करें।
we should certainly study Sanskrit language.
ब्रह्म शब्द मुख करते कहे भगवान, ब्रह्म के अनेक अर्थ हो जाते हैं।
The word
ब्रह्म
Brahma
के
has
मुख
many
अर्थ
meanings.
principle,
What is the principal or primary meaning of the word Brahma?
भगवान।
Bhagavan.
ये तो ब्रह्म शब्द मुख करते कहे भगवान, स्वयं भगवान,
Swayam Bhagavan.
क्योंकि शब्द के अनेक अर्थ हो जाते हैं।
One word can have many meanings.
हमारे चैतन्य महाप्रभु
Our Chaitanya Mahaprabhu,
केवल एक ही श्लोक के जो है
he
18
he
प्रकार
explained
अर्थ
18 meanings of the one verse to
Sarvabhauma
Sarvabhaumacharya.
उस श्लोक के 9 प्रकार अर्थ करके दिखाए।
Sarvabhaumacharya
महाप्रभु ने उसी श्लोक के जो है
showed 9 meanings of that verse
18 प्रकार
And then Mahaprabhu showed 18
फिर
meanings of
उसी
that
श्लोक
verse.
चैतन्य महाप्रभु
And then Mahaprabhu,
सनातन गोस्वामी
again,
पाद के निकट
when he met Sanatana Goswami, Mahaprabhu, the same verse, he gave 64 meanings, different meanings to the same verse. So one verse, how many meanings? Imagine. Atmaramashya Munaya.
आत्मारामस्य मुनयो निर्गुंत हरि गुरुक्रमे भागवत की श्लोक
It's a verse from the Srimad Bhagavatam, one verse.
आत्मारामस्य मुनयो निर्गुंत हरि गुरुक्रमे इसी श्लोक में चैतन्य महाप्रभु
This verse, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave 64 meanings of the same verse.
महाविद्वान सर्वभट्टाचार्य
Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, he showed 9 meanings. And then Mahaprabhu showed him 18 meanings. And then the same verse, without touching these other meanings given before, Mahaprabhu showed even 64 more meanings to the same verse excerpt of the scriptures. Because one word can have so many meanings. So Bhagavat Vibhu, just like Lord is so big, extensive, Bhagavatam, the scriptures are also so extensive. Each verse, each word, each syllable can have many meanings. But what is the main meaning that you have to accept? Like, what is the main meaning that was intended to be? To understand that, you need to come to a bona fide Guru and bona fide Vaishnava, devotee of Lord. You have to come to a realized soul so that they can explain to you. I'll give one example from one Sanskrit verse. This one verse in Sanskrit, Gurudeva just said. You know this verse? Normal people understand what? Pratasnana. Pratasnana means take shower early in the morning. Narakam Jati, you go to hell, to Narak. So actually what is meaning? Nara means human beings and Kam means hell. So if you bathe early in the morning, you go to hell, to the hell. Narakam is one word. Also you can say Narakam. Human beings, you can separate it. Human beings go to hell. It's one of the meanings you can get. Like if you bathe in the morning, you go to hell. If you bathe in the morning, you have to go to hell. And if you bathe in the month of Magha, or in the morning, you go to special hell. Special hell. If you bathe with someone's wife, embracing someone's wife, not your own wife, someone's wife, if you bathe with her, you go to Vaikuntha, the abode, spiritual abode of God, transcendental world. But of course, this meaning is not proper. This is a complete sense gratification point of view. What is the real meaning? If you bathe early in the morning, Kam means actually Swarga, not hell. If you bathe early in the morning, you go to the heavenly planets. Swarga means heavenly planets, means you will follow all the proper rules and you go to heavenly planets. If you bathe on the month of Magh, January, February, you go to Tapamahar. Then you can go to higher planets. Means planets above Swargalok, like Tapalok, Mahorlok, Janalok, different planetary systems above the heavenly planets. And the third part, this Parastri means people translate as wife of others. No. Actually, Para means the best woman. Stri means woman. What is the best woman? It's Tulsi Devi, Tulsi plants. Means if you bathe with the Tulsi Kantimala on your neck. So Para means the best and Stri means Tulsi. If you're using the Tulsi on your neck and you take a bath, where will you go after your death? Will you go to the spiritual abode of God, Vaikuntha?
इसलिए मनुष्य मात्र ही कैसे क्या करना चाहिए?
That's why all human beings, they should use
तुलसी है।
tulsi neck beads on your neck.
ललाटे तिलकं नास्ति, कंठे नास्ति त्रिकंठिका, हृदये नास्ति गोविंद, स नर असुरो दाहित। शास्त्रीय वचन है।
So these are the words of the scriptures.
कंठे ललाटे तिलकं नास्ति, जो ललाट में तिलक धारण नहीं करते,
Those who are not using the tilak on their foreheads,
तिलक धारण नहीं करते, कंठे
those who are not
नास्ति
using
तिलकं।
Vaishnava tilak on their forehead,
ललाटे तिलकं नास्ति, कंठे नास्ति त्रिकंठिका। कंठे में कितना क्या पहनना चाहिए?
so you should also wear
त्रिकंठिका पहनना चाहिए।
the three beads. Sorry, there is not three rounds tulasi mala on your neck. No, kanti mala, tulasi on the neck with 3 rounds.
और हृदय में जो गोविंद के
Necklace
धारण
of
नहीं
tulasi.
करते,
And those who don't keep Govinda in their hearts, I mean those who don't chant the holy names of God,
असुरो दाहित।
those who don't chant the holy names of Lord, they,
उसके शास्त्र में कहा जाता है
Shastra explains that they
पशु मान।
are like animals.
शास्त्रीय वचन है।
These are the words of the
इसलिए
scriptures.
मनुष्य मात्र की क्या करना चाहिए?
So all the human beings, they must
शास्त्र अध्ययन करना चाहिए।
study the
शास्त्र की
scriptures,
तात्पर्य समझना चाहिए।
have to understand the meaning
ये
of the
शास्त्र की
scriptures.
तात्पर्य हम समझ सकते हैं। पहले संस्कृत का हम अमल करें, अध्ययन करें।
So we have to first study Sanskrit.
और वही संस्कृत शब्द में वेद, पुराण, उपनिषद, भागवत आदि वैष्णव के निकट,
And then you have to come to the Vaishnavas, stay with the devotees of Lord, serve in there under the guidance, then you can understand the real meaning of the scriptures. You have to understand the real meaning of the scriptures.
भागवत में
So in the Srimad Bhagavatam,
कहते हैं, रहु गणे
It explains.
तत्त्वसुजा न जाचि न चोद्या निर्वापनादि गुह्यध्वा, न छन्दसा निवज्जलाग्नि सूर्यै, बिना महतो पदरजो भविष्यति। है? जब तक महतों के चरण कमल में
if you
हम
haven't
संपूर्ण रूप में
not
उसी
completely
से हो जाए,
bathed yourself in the lotus
तब तक
foot dust
शास्त्रीय अर्थ
of the pure devotees of
हम
Lord,
समझ नहीं पाएंगे।
will not be able to understand the meaning of the scriptures.
प्रेम भक्ति प्रवृत्ति
You won't be able to realize the love of
न
God.
सदति मान योगम न संग धर्म उद्धव न सद्धस तपस त्यागो यथा भक्ति ममो वर्जिता। स्वयं भगवान कहने लगे,
Swayam Bhagavan, God himself told to Uddhav in the 11th canto of the Bhagavatam,
न सदति मान योगम, योग आदि तपस्या आदि के द्वारा
by the process of yoga and austerities,
मुझे संपूर्ण रूप से प्राप्ति नहीं कर
you cannot attain to me completely.
मुझे प्राप्ति करने के लिए
To
एक ही
attain to
उपाय
me, there is
है,
only one way to
यथा
attain to me.
भक्ति ममो वर्जिता।
Following bhakti.
एकमात्र भक्ति
Only by following bhakti you can attain to me.
है। ये भक्ति मार्ग जो होती है सहज सरल है।
The path of bhakti is so simple. In the Gita Bhagavan told Arjuna, listen to me.
यहाँ विक्रमणासोस्ति प्रत्यवान विद्यते सर्वमपि अस्य धर्मस्य त्रायते महतो भया। नेहा विक्रमणासो, इस भक्ति जो कोई अनुसरण कर रहे हैं,
If someone
इससे
follows
कौन
bhakti,
कहीं भी टूट जाता है।
even if his sequence
टूट
is
जाए,
not on
उसमें
sequence,
दोष नहीं लगते।
or he
लेकिन यहाँ
cannot
विक्रमणासो
finish it,
प्रत्यवान विद्यते
there's no fault.
सर्वमपि अस्य धर्मस्य त्रायते महतो भया। सामान्य रूप में कोई
Even
भक्ति
if
जो
little bit you
अनुशीलन करे,
follow the path of bhakti, even little bit,
समस्त पाप आदि नष्ट हो
all your sins will be
और
destroyed.
अंत में भगवान की
And in the end,
प्राप्ति
you will attain Bhagavan in the end.
है। अजामिल अपनी बेटा के क्या नाम
Ajamil,
रखा?
he gave to his son the name
नारायण।
Narayan.
और अंत काल में मृत्यु
And
के
the
समय
time of his death,
अजामिल अपने बेटे के नाम रख करके
Ajamil
नाम लेकर के
just
पुकारने
called
लगे,
his son's name.
नारायण
Narayana, Narayana.
नामावास।
And because of this, he did Namabas, assemblance of holy names. And because of chanting the holy names in the time of the death, Ajamil went to the abode of Lord, Vaikuntha.
अजामिल केवल नामावास, बेटा के नाम
So
रखा।
Ajamil,
पुत्र को चारी लगा।
his son's name was the God's name, Narayana name.
केवल अपने बेटा के नाम लेकर के
He was just chanting the names of his son.
और वैकुंठ में भगवान विष्णु
And he
की
went to Vaikuntha.
सिंहासन हिल गए।
Sorry, just because he chanted the name of his son, the throne of Lord in the spiritual world was shaking.
अजामिल
And
की
then
रक्षा
Narayana
करने
sent 4 Vishnu to protect Ajamil.
जमदूतों ने 3 जमदूत
Because at that time,
अजामिल की आत्मा को ले जाने
3
के लिए
Jamadutas, messengers of death, had come to take the soul of Ajamil to hell. But 4 messengers of Lord Vishnu came
तो इसके
to
सत्य
protect
प्रमाण
him.
है जो
So the
भक्ति मार्ग
Shastras,
की
the scriptures give
सरल है।
evidence. The path of Bhakti is so simple.
है? आप विष्णाय नमः विष्णवे नमः
You can say even wrong, like Vishnaya Namaha or Vishnave Namaha, some problem in the pronunciation.
हिंदी आपकी
There's no problem.
संस्कृत उच्चारण में
Because
भूल
maybe
माने क्या
you cannot properly
बड़ा भी त्रुटि नहीं हो जाए
pronounce the Sanskrit mantras properly. There's no problem because God will accept your moods, your sentiment, your intention.
भाव ग्रहण
Lord accepts your moods and intentions.
भक्ति मार्ग में इतने सहज सरल
So
है
the path of Bhakti is so simple.
इसमें कोई दोष नहीं
There is no fault.
इसलिए भक्ति मार्ग के अनुसरण कर सकते हैं
So we have to follow the
क्योंकि
path of
बहुत लोग
Bhakti.
संस्कृत पढ़ने भी
Many
है
people, they are afraid to study Sanskrit because Sanskrit is such a hard language.
उच्चारण करने में तीन दांत तीन बार टूट जाएगा
To speak Sanskrit nicely, you have to
फिर दांत
हाँ।
आएंगे इसलिए दांत के एक नाम क्या है
one,
दीजिका
so one of the names of our tooth is
दांत के एक नाम क्या है
Dvija, because
प्रोग्राम जब बच्चे
when we are
दांत
small,
आएंगे,
our teeth falls, right? We lose our teeth.
फिर दोबारा दांत आएगा इसलिए दांत के एक नाम क्या होता है
That's why
दीजिका दो बार जन्म लिया
teeth is called Dvija, means twice born, because we have again,
और तीसरी बार
the,
दांत
the
टूट
teeth
जाएगा
again comes back when we're in the childhood, right? It falls and then again comes back. But if we lose the second teeth, the third time will not come a tooth, a new tooth.
पढ़ने के बाद मेरा दांत टूट जाएगा
So people say, if you study Sanskrit, your tooth will break. The meaning is like, oh, it's very hard language.
कठिन शब्द है
Because really,
कठिन भाषा है
there are many hard words in Sanskrit and very hard Sanskrit, but still you should study it.
और इस उच्चारण में कहीं भी दोष नहीं होगा
And even if you have some problem in your pronunciation of the words in
भक्ति
Sanskrit,
मार्ग में
in the path of Bhakti, there will not be any
कर्म मार्ग
fault.
में ज्ञान मार्ग
But in
में
the path of karma and jnana, if you have some problem in your pronunciation of the Sanskrit mantras,
ठीक नहीं हो विपरीत फल दे देंगे
then you can get the opposite results.
जिससे वित्रासुर की
The story of Vritrasura is an example described in the Srimad Bhagavatam.
क्या सुन?
Indra Satro Vivardas.
इंद्र सत्रो विवर्धस्य और थोड़ा मात्रा की
So
impression
the verse he was saying Indra Satro Vivardasya. But it just because it's some little bit pronunciation,
इंद्र सत्रो
Indra
विवर्धस्य
Satro Vivardasya,
और वे मात्रा की अधिक व कम हो जाने
But
से अलग अर्थ हो जाता है
if you just a little bit changing the
किंतु
strong sound of one syllable, then different meaning coming. In the story of Vritrasura, we saw this example. But in the path of
pronunciation यदि
karma and
उल्टा
jnana,
हो, यदि ठीक नहीं हो
if you don't speak properly the mantras, you can get the opposite
किंतु भक्ति
result,
मार्ग में
like in Vritrasura's story.
भगवान
But in Bhakti, God will only accept your
इसलिए
mood.
विष्णु और विष्णु
So whether you
नमः,
say Vishnaya Namaha or Vishnave Namaha,
फलम
the same fruit you get.
भावग्राही
Because Lord accepts your mood.
है। भगवान भक्त की क्या है भाव ग्रहण
Lord accepts the mood of the
इसलिए
devotee.
भक्ति मार्ग में प्रवेश करके अनुस्मरण करके भगवान के भजन करें और शास्त्रीय विचार के लिए चले
So we have to always
तो
follow the scriptures and enter the path of Bhakti, devotion to Lord, and our life will be successful.
चैतन्य महाप्रभु अब दक्षिण देश भ्रमण करने
Chaitanya
लगे।
Mahaprabhu was traveling in South India.
एक मंदिर में चैतन्य महाप्रभु गए
Mahaprabhu went to
देखा
one
एक
temple
एक बालक
and he saw there was a kid in this temple
संस्कृत भाग गीता पढ़ रहा था
reading the Bhagavad Gita.
है ना? उसकी गीता जो है श्रीमद् भागवत गीता
The boy had the Bhagavad Gita, in Sanskrit, but he was not pronouncing properly the Sanskrit of the Bhagavad Gita. He was reading, but not properly. Some panditas, like scholar people, they were passing by and laughing at him. Oh, what is he doing? Like speaking everything wrong. When Mahaprabhu went to the temple where that boy was reading the Bhagavad Gita, Mahaprabhu sat next to him.
कुछ समय के बाद महाप्रभु ने उस बालक से पूछा
After some time, Mahaprabhu asked that boy,
तुम जब गीता पढ़ते हो, रोते क्यों
why you're crying when you read the Bhagavad Gita? Because when that boy was reading the Bhagavad Gita, he used to cry so much while reading.
तो बालक ने कहा
And then the boy told
कि
Mahaprabhu,
मैं एक दिन गुरुदेव जी कहा गुरुदेव
one day I told Gurudeva, Gurudeva,
मेरा विद्या बुद्धि नहीं मैं तो
I
संस्कृत
don't have
पढ़ा ही नहीं।
intelligence, I never studied Sanskrit.
मैं क्या करूं
What will I do of my life?
मेरा बुद्धि कम है
I don't have intelligence.
गुरुदेव ने कहा बेटा
Gurudeva
तुम
told,
एक काम करो, और रोज
My son, do one thing. Every day read the Bhagavad Gita.
में लिखा है।
But Gita is in Sanskrit.
पर कोई बात नहीं, जैसे
No
तुम्हारे
problem.
है ऐसे ही पढ़ो।
Just read what you can and just read it.
वो बालक गीता पढ़े शुरू कर।
So the boy started to read the Bhagavad Gita.
शब्दार्थ तो नहीं जानी, गुरु वाक्य को मानी।
So he didn't know exactly the meaning of the words. He said, I don't even know the meaning of the words. I also don't pronounce the words properly. But just because I'm following the instruction of my guru, I am just reading the Gita just because Gurudev told me to do that. Gurudev told me to read it, so I'm just reading it. But because I'm following the instruction of my guru, when I start to read the Bhagavad Gita, when I open the Bhagavad Gita, I see directly Bhagavan Krishna. I see him sitting on the chariot of Arjuna. And Arjuna is sitting on the chariot and Bhagavan Krishna is taking the ropes of the horse and giving instructions to Arjuna. So I see this beautiful form of Bhagavan. When I see this beautiful form of Bhagavan, my heart melts and I start to cry. Mahaprabhu told, your study of the script of Bhagavad Gita is successful. Why? Because you are following the instructions of your Guru. So in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, this is described. You have to follow the instruction of your Guru without hesitation. And if you do that, you'll be able to attain everything in your life. Whether you know the meaning or not of the words. But if you follow the instruction of the Guru, you should follow the instruction of the Guru, for example, of reading some book, and then Bhagavan will appear in your heart. Everybody should study the Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita is such an amazing book. If you study the Bhagavad Gita, automatically you'll get the knowledge of all Veda, Purana and Upanishad, all the scriptures. I don't want to take a lot of time. Evening time also will give katha. So here I'll stop my speech. I'm so happy. I tell again, I'm so happy to come to this place because you're studying and teaching Sanskrit here. These are pride of our Hindu, like pride of our country, the Sanskrit language. So claps to everyone who are studying and teaching here. Especially in the Sanskrit school, all the students of Sanskrit, the Sanskrit school who are studying here, you are so great. So claps for also those who are studying Sanskrit. Claps for those who are, applause for those who are studying, those who are teaching Sanskrit here. So the school, that you may continue with so much enthusiasm and continue studying the Sanskrit. So that our Vedic culture can progress, can increase more and more. So here I stop my speech. Vanchakal.
राधा मुकुंद युगलम पदहम नमामि। पूज्य गुरु जी का सुमधुर वाणी से